So for these, what you're going to need is you're going to need 6, or depending on really how many you want, but I got 6 of the Anaheim chili peppers. You're going to need about 8 ounces. They normally come in packages like this of the queso asadero. Sometimes if you can't get a hold of queso asadero, it's sometimes hard to find. What you can use is mozzarella. You need 2 eggs, baking powder, all-purpose flour, and vegetable shortening for the process of frying these peppers. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do first is you're going to get your pan and you're going to align it with aluminum foil. You can go ahead and spray it, just, keep it from non-stick. And what you're going to do is you're going to set your oven on broil, on the high setting, whatever high setting you have for broil, and you're going to make sure that your tray is going to be about 6 inches away from the actual heat unit, giving it that optimal space where it won't overheat but also still cook fairly well. And what you're going to do, you're going to take your peppers, which I'm going to go ahead and wash mine real quick. And once you go ahead and you have your chilies ready on this dish, you're going to put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. What you'll see is the outside, the skin of the pepper is going to start getting black, a little flaky looking maybe. Make sure that throughout the process you flip your peppers over and over to make sure that it goes evenly, it broils in that process. And from there what you're going to do, you're going to put it in, have it in there for probably about 10 minutes. And once we get there, I'll go ahead and get back with you. And while those are in the oven, what you can do is you can take your 2 eggs and you're going to go ahead and just whisk them. So then what you're going to want to do is you're going to go ahead, you're going to get the peppers, you're going to put them in a bowl and cover it in saran wrap. And what this is going to do is it's going to kind of capture the steam, and while it's cooling, it's just going to kind of let it steam a little bit longer, cook just that little bit more. So now that you have these peppers, which have been sitting for, 10-15 minutes, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take the peppers out, you're going to dip them in cold water and rinse them in it. And that'll allow you to take away the skin. And from there what you're going to do is you're going to slit down the side, de-seed it, wash it out, and you'll take the peppers then and you're going to go ahead and stuff them with the strips of cheese that you would make from the block. Whereas what you're going to do is you're going to pat them dry, make sure they're pretty dry, they're already slit open. So what they look like kind of after you've done this is you have this kind of molding where it's flattened, it's cleaned out, you pat dry, and you're going to take the queso asadero and you're going to put it inside of the chilies and you're going to fold them, kind of roll them back up. So what you're going to have is you're going to have this queso asadero on the inside of these, and you're going to roll it up so it looks again kind of in the shape of the original chili. And you're going to do that for every single one of them. These peppers that are stuffed, sometimes they will fall apart a little bit, but you'll have to kind of work with it, and you end up getting these peppers. They look good. So what you're going to do now, you already have the stuffed peppers, and you have basically everything set up. You're going to get your baking powder, and you're going to add about a teaspoon of the baking powder to the eggs. Continue stirring them. It'll just allow them, when you're frying it, cook a little better. And from there, you're going to continue to whisk the eggs, and what you're going to end up doing then is you're going to go ahead and take the pepper and put it into the flour and dip it in there. You're going to roll it around, get it coated on all sides, dip it into the egg, and then from there what you're going to do is you're going to put it into the fryer. So I'm right now heating some vegetable shortening, which right now I'm heating and melting over a medium heat, and you're going to fry it through that process. And you're going to fry until the batter that's on the outside of the peppers is a good golden brown consistency. And for the other side dish that we're going to have, it's another Mexican authentic dish. It's corn in a cup, or you can also call it corn and cheese. And basically all you do is you're going to place this corn into a large pot of boiling water for about 7 minutes or so, just to cook the corn kernels properly. And from there what you're going to do is you're going to mix in the butter, I guess like margarine if you have that instead, but you're going to mix in the butter, the sour cream, some of the chili powder, and a entire lime squeeze for the juice. You're going to mix all of that into this cup with the corn, or the bowl into the corn. You're going to mix it up, and from there you're just basically going to eat it. It's a very simple, easy to make dish.